Everyone, today I'm going to explain the biological evolution of hawks. The scientific name for hawk is Buteo, as you can see in the phylogenetic tree over here. The most common recent ancestors of the hawk is the Subbuteo, shown in the green picture over here. There is evidence that supports the hawk's ancestors. As you can compare these two pictures, there is similarity in the beak shape. The Subbuteo has a smaller beak than the hawk. The talons are also comparable, but the talons are longer on the hawk, which helps it in predation in the prey. The body is longer in the hawk, which allows them to swoop at higher altitudes, but the Subbuteo has a bulgy body. Talking about the interaction of the hawks, hawks are mostly individualistic. They migrate in groups when the weather becomes cooler during the winter because they often are found in warmer climate. And they are mostly monogamous. This means that they have only one mating partner at a time until or unless it dies off. So they have a courtship and they have some kind of a ritual, or let's say a process where both of the partners swoop at high altitudes, and then they come down and they copulate for a few seconds. Their young are usually grow quicker, and so the parents leave them at 4 to 6 weeks. The type of genetic variation in this species is quite minimal, as you can see that the phenotypic change amongst the individual does not show big changes, because this mutation and evolution takes quite some years, maybe like a lot of years, like a century, to evolve the species. As you can see over here, there are different types of the Buteo species, and they are able to adapt to different regions in the world depending on the climate and the environment. Meaning that, let's say example, they have a slightly bigger or longer body to keep their appetite, as they have maybe limited amount of food in those regions that they need to survive. And the wingspan of some of them are even longer than the others. There is a type of environmental pressure on them. The Buteo, the hawks, they are usually found in open areas and less dense areas because they usually hunt their prey where they can clearly see. There is sympatric speciation in the species of hawks that have resulted in their species. And there was no geographical isolation, but there were slight variation in their genetic makeup. And this was because of the change of climate that may have caused the change in their colors and maybe causing them to grow longer, have longer talons. Limited food and long distance flying in the Subbuteo may have altered their phenotype in order to adapt to those characteristics and evolve and mutate into being better and then transform into hawks. But this has taken a very long time, as evolution and mutation to be noticed takes a very long time. There are beneficial heritable traits that increases their population. So hawks have an excellent eyesight, and this allows them to target their prey from high up in the sky. They also have sharp talons that are used to weaken and subdue their prey. And it may also act as a defense mechanism for their predators. Their beaks are quite sturdy and sharp, which is used to digest the food and actually break down the food particles also. The biological evolution of hawks takes quite a really long time for it to happen. Thank you.